But my name is David Dean. So thanks for the opportunity to share some of my group last week as I was sharing a story that encouraged me to reach out to Chris and Brent and see if I could share this with a larger group. But some of you heard my story. I've been following, I'm in Maryland, been following kind of DMM, trying to engage with that for about almost 3 years now, 2.5, 3 years, right before the pandemic. Brought my family through training them and encouraged my kids and I have a son who is in college and a daughter who's in grad school, and of course a wife who's a veterinarian, and so try to bring them through. And so last week, my son is a sophomore in college, and as he went into college, you know, he did some things during the pandemic. He was still in high school and he was learning DMM principles with me. He was a part of a sermon series I did, a video to introduce DMM to my church. And we did a DBS Bible study as a family during the pandemic. We've gone out to some neighborhoods and we've prayed for people. But as he went into college, my son was like, you know, Dad, I love Jesus, but I'm going to college now and I'm on the lacrosse team. And, you know, if God gives me an opportunity, you know, I'll be open, but, you know, I just don't know don't be expecting me to start Bible studies and, you know, groups and all that. I just don't know, Dad. I said, all right, son, that's fine. And so, you know, freshman year came and went. There was still a little pandemic stuff going on with that. But this year he's a sophomore. He's got a group of friends, roommates that are part of the lacrosse team. And one of the, during the pandemic, he was a part of a disciple Bible study back home here with some friends. Some of you heard me tell the story about that. He helped to start that, and one of his friends came to faith. One of his best friends came to faith through that and was baptized. So he was super excited about that. But things have kind of cooled for him a bit since he went into college. But that group, when he comes back for winter break or summer, he's still a part of that DBS that's here back home. So before he was home for winter break, and right before he went back, one of the facilitators for that group said to him, you know, hey, I've got an idea. I'd be willing to get Bibles for any of you guys. You know, he's got a bunch of college, there's a bunch of college age guys all in this group. And he's like, anybody going back to college that has some roommates or friends that you'd like to give a Bible to, I'm willing to get a Bible. It'll be a really nice Bible, names engraved on there and everything. So my son tells us later that he told this facilitator of his group, yeah, I'll take 4 Bibles. And so he was planning on bringing those back when he went back to school to his 4 lacrosse roommates that are on the lacrosse team with him. And so we didn't know about this till like the day or so he's leaving, and he's like, we're trying to get him off to school. He's like, no, I need to go to this guy's house. I need to pick up these Bibles. I got to take these to school. So he manages to get all that done. He gets up to school and it's Sunday. So he didn't give the Bibles out till Monday. Monday night, he texts us. He's like, hey, I gave the Bibles out. And in fact, we're doing a Bible study right now. And I call him on Tuesday to see how it goes. And I actually call this time instead of just texting, and he answers. And I said, hey, Evan, I'm just checking to see how'd it go. I wanted to hear more about the Bibles and the Bible study. He's like, Dad, you won't believe it. We're in the middle of another Bible study right now. And so he's doing a DBS with his roommates up at college, you know, four other guys on the lacrosse team. And he puts me on speakerphone. They're like, hey, Mr. Deans, this is great. Oh, man, we love Evan. And this Bible study stuff is great. We've never been able to do this ever before. So he was so excited. And, you know, a lot of us, I've heard many of us praying about our kids and our families and, you know, trying to get our kids a part of this. And as you all know that are parents, there's nothing more just encouraging than seeing your kids follow Jesus and seeing your kids begin to disciple others and to take some of these principles and use them themselves. So praise God for that. And I just wanted to share that encouraging word. Oh, and just real quick, some of you know that I just left my church and I'm trying some of this DMM Catalyst stuff, kind of in some entrepreneurial things on my own. I've left pastoral ministry, or at least the institutional pastoral ministry. I just started a training with the church that was across the street and down the road from my old church. And there were 55 people at that training. It's all in person, which is the largest training I've done. I know it doesn't compare to what Chris has done, but my church, which was, you know, seemed to be not as interested. I go right across the street down the road, and a whole bunch of people are interested, and 55 people. So tonight is the second night of the training. We'll see if some of those people come back. I hope we didn't scare them all off, but praise God for that too. So thanks for letting me share.